Let me just tell you that these tacos are delicious. I will also tell you that they are meatless, they're super cheap to make, and I had to use my potatoes like yesterday. So I'm going to show you how I make this simple, cheap, easy recipe. The first thing that we're going to be doing is peeling the potatoes. And like I said, I've had these potatoes, they've been staring at me for a while out now, glaring their eyes at me, and my husband's like, I gotta use those potatoes. So I decided to make these really simple and super cheap tacos. So yeah, first thing that I'm gonna do is peel the potatoes, and after they are peeled, I am going to quarter them up and put them on the stove to boil. Super easy. I'm not going to add salt either because the salt slows them down. They will stay hard longer if you add salt. So I'm just going to quarter them, rinse them off, and put them on the stove in cold water. And I start with cold water because if you start with hot water or you boil your water first, then the outside of the potatoes is going to cook before the inside cooks. So quartering them helps, but also starting with like a room temperature water and then bringing it up gradually to a boil, that will help to make sure that the middle of the potato gets done around the same time as the outside of the potato. So to the stove, and I'm going to put them on high until they start boiling, and then I'm going to drop it down low, put the lid on it, and let them simmer for a couple of minutes, maybe like 5-10 minutes. We'll check them. And in the meantime, I will start working on getting a salsa together. I'm going to check my fridge and my freezer. I've got a bunch of stuff in there that needs to use up. So this week has kind of been just using what I have. It's kind of like a mini challenge to myself, like a no shopping type thing, and just really clearing out this food. So with the tomatoes, my tomatoes are frozen because sometimes when I have extra, not enough to fill the pressure counter, then I'll just stick them in the freezer like this, just straight in there. I don't prep them, I don't blanch and shock them or anything. And I should have stuck my jalapenos in there too because these are really sad looking. But like I said, I'm cleaning out the fridge. This is a salsa. This is my fridge salsa. This is like what I've got in the fridge that needs to be used. So yeah, there's what we have for our salsa. Looks pretty good. It's a good amount. I'm glad I was able to salvage some of those. I think they're serrano peppers actually. So I'm gonna put it to the stove, and the potatoes are boiling. So I'll probably turn that off and get this salsa boiling. Same thing, I'm gonna bring it up to a boil, and probably I don't even need to simmer it for a little bit. Once it starts boiling, it might be done. So we'll check. I'm just gonna get those cooked, and the potatoes look like they are done. You stab them with the fork, and yeah, pretty much done. The tomatoes are boiling now, so I'm pretty sure they're de-thawed all the way through since the water is boiling. And I'm gonna turn those off, and we'll get started onto our next steps. Yeah, guarantee those tomatoes are done. Nice. All right, well, I'm gonna get the potatoes off the stove first, and I'm gonna put them into a bowl. A small bowl. I don't know, for some reason I always use like super small bowls for some reason. I don't know why. Salt, and you want to make sure that you add enough salt. You want to make sure that you taste it because this is going to be all of the flavor for the tacos. And yeah, you just got to make sure you have enough salt. Gotta find the shredder so that way I can start shredding my cheese. I think right here I have the Monterey Jack cheese, but a lot of times I'll use the mozzarella, just whatever, even any yellow cheese too would work, any kind that you like. So I'm just gonna grate this up and try to keep it away from the kids. They always steal it off the counter, and I find bite marks in my cheese. So I'm just gonna keep grating it so that I can have a pretty good handful. I'm probably gonna add about a cup full of grated cheese to the potatoes, and that should flavor it up nicely. I've got to transfer it to a larger bowl. I just cannot work with that small one. I always think like I don't want to wash the big dishes, but then I end up making double dishes for myself because I still yet have to transfer to a bigger bowl. It's just retarded. I've got to be smarter about these kinds of things. And I'm going to be adding my cheese straight into the bowl, and it should all melt pretty good, and I'm going to figure out what else I have in my fridge to help flavor this up. And I'm also going to be testing this again for salt, just making sure that everything tastes good. So yeah, I'm going to get this all mixed up right now. Okay, I have found a little bit of diced onion. I'm going to put into here, and I'm going to add a little bit more cheese and just grate it right into here. And I added a little bit more salt too. So I'm just testing it to make sure that it tastes really tasty. And I think that just about does it. Now I'm going to start on the salsa. So I'm just going to put all of the tomato and the peppers into the blender with the water that I cooked it in. And I think this looks like a pretty good amount. I want this salsa to be a very smooth, kind of like watery salsa. And so yeah, I'm going to take it over to the blender and we'll taste it after that. I'm going to add salt too. Don't forget to add salt. And I'm thinking this would taste pretty good with some cumin in it. I probably should have stuck it in the potatoes, but I'll go ahead and stick it in the salsa. Alright, I couldn't find any, so I'm just going to blend this. Okay, I know I already cooked the salsa because the tomatoes were frozen, but I love frying my salsa. I just think it gives a really good flavor. So I am going to do that. And to fry it, I used bacon grease, and I get it really, really hot. And yes, it makes a mess, but it's totally worth it. I apologize for my stove looking so gross. I do clean it, it's just I have to degrease it. And the salsa is done when it simmers like this. You can just simmer it for a little bit. And I just realized that I totally forgot to add some onion and garlic, so I just tossed, you can see a couple pieces just into the blender, and some of that diced garlic that I still had. Also, now is a good time to check your salt, and the salt is good, but it is pretty spicy, so I'm gonna add I think the rest of the tomatoes that I have in my fridge. It's not that much, but I'm just gonna try to dilute it down a little bit and probably add just a pinch more salt because I'm adding this extra tomatoes. And then I'm just gonna blend it up again. And next we're gonna start on our tacos. So I took like 5 corn tortillas and I put water on the top of the first one, just like a little bit. I wet my hand and then put it over the top of it. And then I stuck it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to make them nice and soft. Because if you don't do that, then the tortillas they're gonna just break in half when you try to fold it. So now I'm just gonna take our potato mixture, and this is later in the day, so I actually made the potatoes and the salsa earlier, and then took my son to the park, and then I came home, and now I am doing this. So that's a great option too, like if you're busy, or you can even do this like the night before. This is a good meal to like prep the night before, and then you can just come home and fry the tacos fresh for everybody. Okay, let me try to show you what I'm doing a little bit better. So I press the potato mixture in, and you don't want to add too much. You just want to kind of fill it, and then I'm going to fold it in half like this and press it down. So the trick is that you don't really want it to be too full, and you don't want it to have like the bump in the middle. This is kind of just like flat all the way through. So I could show you again. So you see I just kind of put enough to spread it on evenly, and then I fold it down, and then if it sticks out on the side, then I just pinch it and scrape it off, so that way the ends, the whole rim around the side can kind of be sealed, if that makes sense. But the tacos are nice and flat. You don't want it to have like that poofiness in the middle. Okay, so now I forgot to tell you, before we start making the tacos, heat up your oil. So now that I have about 5 done, because that's what will fit in my frying pan, then I'm going to take it over and start putting them into the hot oil. And this is not like super deep fried. This is just like this is just a shallow thing of oil. So yeah, you don't have to be worried about deep frying. I guess it's deep frying. I don't know. Feel good and tell yourself that you're not actually deep frying. And I guess only 4 tacos will fit in my frying pan. I don't know why I thought that 5 would fit, but either way, you just want to leave it in here for a couple minutes, maybe like 3 minutes, and check it. And it should be crispy. You want it like nice and toasty. You don't want it too light, because what happens if you don't toast the tortilla all the way, what's going to happen is instead of being toasted, it's going to be more chewy. Like you're going to have to, instead of crunching, you're going to need to rip it with your teeth, and then everything's going to squish out and it's not going to be good. So err on the side of more crunchy, I guess. And then also, while this is cooking, we can start shredding up our veggies that are going to go on top. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, so this is like a probably like a medium heat, like a medium high heat. I want it to be fast because everybody's about to come home. So, and while that is on the stove, I'm going to cut up our vegetables. So I'm using lettuce, and you can use salted cabbage or whatever you want, but right now I just kind of thought lettuce would be good. So I'm just going to chop that up. And I also found a couple of radishes in the fridge that I'm going to toss on top of our tacos. And the tacos are just about done. Some got a little bit too toasty, but they'll still be nice and crunchy. And as the tacos come out of the oil, I like to just put them on a plate with a tea towel, and I scrape out all of this little stuff that comes out. It's like the burnt onion and potatoes that squeezed out of the tacos. Sorry, my voice got really weird. So again, the same thing. I'm going to take the tortilla and I'm only preparing like 5 at a time in the microwave because you want to make sure that they stay warm as you're building your tacos. I really like this meal because it's super cheap and really tasty. Plus, if you have like me, like I have potatoes that I need to use, or just even leftover mashed potatoes, you can even use this with, even though the regular mashed potatoes has like whatever seasonings or something that you have in there, even gravy, just mix it in and mix it all together and fill your tacos with it. This is like a great empty the fridge meal. So the kids are home from school now. My daughter went snowshoeing today, so I know she's going to be hungry. And my boy, he just loves anything with cheese. All my kids love anything with cheese. They steal the cheese off the counter and I find a bunch of bite marks in it. I'll turn around and my cheese is gone. So they really like this meal. So I'm going to show you real quick how to build a plate. The first thing that I like to do is I just set the tacos on the plate. I just fill it like this and lay them on each other, and I think that looks nice already. I always tend to forget about plate presentation, but this one is really easy to make it look very pretty. Huh? Oh, you turned it in? Okay, good. What happened? What happened, baby? The next thing that I do is I add the veggies on top, so that's the lettuce and the radishes. What happened? And then the next thing that I do is I put this salsa over the top. I think the radishes probably would have looked nicer on top, but I didn't think about it until afterwards. So this is looking good enough. Hey, how come everybody's got this attitude already? Come on, guys. They get their attitude from me. It's a struggle, and you never really know what is needing to be changed about yourself until you see it come out in your kids. How was school, Yassi? Oh, good. And the last thing that I do is put the sour cream on. I always dilute my sour cream. I like the crema mexicana, but it's a little bit expensive and I'm always on a budget. So I dilute mine with water or milk. And it comes out nice and, you know, less chunky. And that is our plate. Looks pretty good, yeah? What is it, guys? Here's another shot for you. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and all that stuff.